Good afternoon. Um, we in Saint John chapter 11, and I'm gonna start in the beginning, and I'm gonna read all the way to verse 26. Saint John chapter 11, verse 1 through 26. It's another consecutive chapter. It goes on and on and on. This is He raises Lazarus to life. He raises Lazarus to life. Now a certain man was sick named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha. It was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was sick. Therefore his sister sent unto him, saying, Lord, behold, he whom thou lovest is sick. When Jesus heard that, he said, This sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified thereby. Now, Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. But most people make it seem like Jesus really loved Mary, but it says, now Jesus loved Martha and her sister. Who was her sister? And Lazarus. When he had heard, therefore, that he was sick, he abode 2 days still in the same place where he was. Then after that said he to his disciples, Let us go into Judea again. His disciples said unto him, Master, the Jews are late, sought to stone thee, and goest thou thither again? Jesus answered, Are there not 12 hours in the day? If any man walk in the day, and he stumbles not, because he sees the light of this world, but if a man walk in the night, and he stumble, because there is no light in him. Period. These things said he, and after that he said unto them, Our friend Lazarus sleepeth, but I go that I may awake him of the sleep. Then said the disciple, Lord, if he sleep, he shall do well. Howbeit Jesus spake of his death, but they thought that he had spoken of taking of rest and sleep. Then said Jesus unto them plainly, Lazarus is dead. Period. And I am glad for your sake that I was not there, to the intent ye may believe. Nevertheless, let us go unto him. Then said Thomas, which is called Didymus, unto his fellow disciples, Let us also go that we may die with him. Then when Jesus came, he found that he had laid in the grave 4 days already. Now Bethany was nigh unto Jerusalem, about 15 furlongs off. And many of the Jews came into Martha and Mary to comfort them concerning their brother. Then Martha, as soon as she heard that Jesus was coming, went and met him, but Martha sat still in the house. Then said Martha unto Jesus, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. But I know that even now whatsoever thou wilt ask of God, God will give in thee. Jesus said unto her, Thy brother shall rise again. Martha said unto him, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at that last day. Period. Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life, and he that believeth in me, thou were dead, ye shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believest thou this? And that was the question he was asking her. It's always good to go back and get your own and read it. This is St. John chapter 11. This is another consecutive chapter. It goes on and on and on. And always the first verse, it says, Now a certain man was sick, named Lazarus of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha. Then through it, some favorite verses of mine through it also. It says, Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. They put that he loved Martha first. Then Jesus answered, "And there not 12 hours in the day? If any man walk in the day, he stumble not because he sees the light of this world. But if a man walk in the night, and he stumble because there is no light in him." That's deep. And say these things he said, and after that he said unto them, "Our friend Lazarus sleepeth, but I go that I may awaken him out of his sleep. I am glad for your sake that I was not there, to the intent ye may believe. Nevertheless, let us go unto him." Then when Jesus came, he found that he had laid in the grave for 4 days already. And many of the Jews came to Martha and Mary to comfort them concerning their brother. Then said Martha unto Jesus, "Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died." Jesus said unto her, "Thy brother shall rise again." Martha said unto him, "I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection of the last day." Jesus said unto her, "I am the resurrection and the life. And he that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believest thou this?" Right there, I'm going to stop. That was St. John chapter 11. I just went back through it and just picked out certain verses that I pretty much like when I read it. And we can see that Jesus was like a gangster, you know what I mean? And he was even telling his disciples, like, y'all better be glad that I wasn't there, cause you still acting like you don't believe. That's what Jesus told his disciples. Then Thomas stood up, "Well, let us go too then," you know what I mean? Like, I believe you. But he was still skeptical. And then when they got there, then Martha gave him the attitude, "You was here, then my brother, He said, "No, your brother gonna live." And she like, "Yeah, I know, but it's gonna be like later on in the resurrection." And he like, "Martha, I am the resurrection, and I am the life." That's what he told her. "And anybody that believeth him or her that is dead shall live." That's what he told her. "And do you believe?" is what he asked her. And he left that off with a question mark. So don't think that Jesus was a pushover. So always remember that you're worthy, you're eternal, you made, and us. And who was us? Well, we God's people. That's who we are. That's who we are. And don't forget your water. Don't let the rooster crow on you 3 times, because I'm not going to let the rooster crow on me 3 times. And I'm going to just do my job. And my job is to feed his sheep like he told me to. That's it. Anything else that you would like to know, you got to take that up with him. And you can get in his book. And you can become who you are. Who you are. You don't have to wait for your latter days to become who you are. You can become who you are right now. Why wait for your latter days when you done went through so much and all this and all that, when you can just start right now becoming who you are and who you are meant to be? And that's God's people and God's children. Always remember that. Always remember God love you, Jesus love you, and so do I. And I'll see y'all in the next one.